Hello everyone, it's Mark here. Thanks for coming along with me. We're going to be traveling south through Olympia, Tumwater, and just south of a place called Maytown. There are some magnificent hayfields. We're going to stop there, go off duty, take a break, and do just a little bit of flying. Now as we're going up over the fields here, I just wanted to share with you a story that I heard several times a couple times when I was a child, and I got the audio version now that I listened to in the truck, and I do think this had a little bit of inspiration in why I love flying drones. And the name of the book is The Little Lame Prince and His Traveling Cloak. I'll put a link in the description for you if you want. Anyway, the story goes like this. A prince is born, and on the day of his christening, his nurse drops him on the marble stairway, and she thinks that no one saw her, and no one did except for the child's fairy godmother. And she thinks that the child wasn't injured, so she doesn't tell anyone. But in fact, his spine was injured. And when the child is still a baby, his mother dies. And as he grows up, his legs never quite develop. Then as he's a toddler, his father, the king, also passes away, leaving his uncle as regent. So the child is a child king, and his uncle has evil intentions, so he fakes the child's death and banishes the child to a castle with only a nurse there to give him his school lessons and take care of him. And the uncle sends provisions once a month for them both. But everyone else in the kingdom thinks that the child king is dead. The child grows up in the castle, and his fairy godmother comes one day and gives him a magic cloak. It's like a poncho. He sits in the middle of it, and he flies out the skylight and sees the world. Oh, these hay bales down there on the bottom right, that is one of the reasons I really wanted to stop here to fly at this location, because something about those hay bales in the sunset just looked fantastic. Okay, back to the story. So he gets this traveling cloak and he flies over various places like lakes and fields, cities, rivers, mountains, and seas. He gets to see people herding cattle and doing all kinds of things. He learns many things. He learns empathy and much wisdom from all of his travels flying around on the traveling cloak. And he would hurry up to get his schoolwork done every day so he could go out flying. Eventually, his evil uncle dies and a revolution ensues in the land. And someone informs the people of the city that the child king, is really alive and isn't dead. And so they all make a big procession and come out to the castle and take him back and give him his rightful throne, and he rules for many, many years until he becomes a very, very old man. When he becomes a very old man, he says goodbye to all of his subjects whom he ruled with love and affection and wisdom, and he sits on his traveling cloak and flies off into the sunset, never to be seen again. And that's the story of the Little Lame Prince and his traveling cloak. I think it had a great inspiration for me why I love flying so much. Well, I'm glad you could come along with me. I'll see you on the next video, and God bless.